My name's Arlen Sorensen, CEO and founder of HTG Peer Groups, and I'd like to talk to you today about the power of peers. It's a lonely deal being the leader of a company. It's such a value to be able to sit in a room with people that are on that same journey, feeling those same pressures, realizing that I can learn from them and not have to make a mistake that they might have already made. As a business owner, we run a business because we want to be in charge. We want to be our own boss, and that's a beautiful thing. But the problem with being your own boss is you do what you want to do, not what you need to do sometimes. And that's where accountability can come into play. Your success, whether it be with your legacy, with your life, with your leadership, or with your business, is about the people that you surround yourself with. When I understand exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish, I'm not going to let you fail. I'm going to come alongside you and help you get to where you need to go. I'm often asked 25 years later, why am I continuing to do this? And the reality is that we've had the ability to impact and change lives, to really enable people to grow and become far more together in community than they would have accomplished on their own. Hello from Joplin. We're here at the Habitat for Humanity Work Week, first of many this summer. The power of community, the power of really just spending time together, being transparent, willing to be awkward, and admit that, hey, I need help. To know that there's a bunch of people that are going to come alongside me and help me overcome the challenges that I've got every day. You know, collectively as an organization today, we've gone over $4 billion in revenue amongst our member companies, doing over a $500 million of EBITDA. That's a big number. It's a huge number. And it's not about the money. It's about what we've seen happen in people. It's about marriages that have been saved or restored. It's about families that have been served and helped. Kids in their relationship with their parents. It's about employees and the struggles that they've had and our ability to come alongside and help them. And when you think about the impact we can have as an organization if we embrace the go-giver mindset and then share that just with the people we go run across every day, we have the ability to really make an impact in this world. And that's the legacy that I want to leave behind. You know, we may support technology, sell some tech. We're in the people business. That's what we do. And so we need to take advantage of that with intention and just impact people. And that's the legacy that I want to make sure we leave behind.
Thank you, Arlen.
Thanks, Arlen.
Thanks, Arlen.
Thanks, Arlen.
Thanks, Arlen.
Thank you, Arlen.
Thank you, Arlen.
Thanks, 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 Arlen. Don't worry, I got you.
I think we should reverse this. Let me ask you the questions.
You've been doing that for too long, man. Now it's a hard time. Anything you wish we would have left off?
No, I mean, this is all about people. And, you know, when I look out here and see this room full of faces, it's an amazing thing to realize that, you know, from the middle of a cornfield in Iowa, we can build a community.
I've had the pleasure of knowing you for 1 or 2 moon cycles. And I also know, and we all know, the impact, and there's so many people who are not in this room right now, in lives that Manny said earlier, that you've had an impact. But there's also the human side. I've got to know your love of barbecue, your love of family. Sorry, Nancy. But a little inside ball, what are you happy to retire from?
Microsoft Teams meetings. Having 6 or 8 of those a day is just not what I like to get up in the morning and think about. So I love this kind of stuff. I've seen enough screen time with meetings that I don't really need to be on anyway, that I don't need that anymore.
I can't wait for our next Teams call to remind you of that.
I probably won't be on it.
Oh, well, I know how to find you. You know, the amount of change that's happened, right? We're in an industry that just changes constantly. And we've sat in meetings that everything that was changing was existential. And while we know that there are threats and things, but also kind of look at it from a peer perspective, what in this community, what keeps you up at night?
Well, the thing that keeps me up at night is the realization that a huge percentage of the IT community does not have enough value creation in their business to actually be able to exit successfully. And, you know, a double-digit percentage of partners that are benchmarked, which are not the small and folks that don't know what they're doing, lost money last quarter. I can pay you 100x of a negative number and I come out pretty good. So we got to fix the profitability of this industry. We've got to, and that's why Evolve has got to grow. We've got to reach more people and teach them how to be successful business owners, not just technicians.
One of the questions, and something that you've made such an impact to me on, is your perspective of leadership and what it takes to run a business. But if we kind of take a step back to way back, before you started the peer groups, how has your perspective of leadership changed to what you see right now? And with all of the challenges of Teams meetings and work from anywhere and new generations, how has your perspective on leadership changed?
Well, you know, I kind of thought leadership was just something that happened, but we have to invest in that. We have to be willing to actually spend money on it and help people grow into those things. It's one of the blockers for growth for a lot of partners, is they haven't invested in their people, created leaders that can step up, put managers in place that can help carry the load, and people get stuck. So we've got to be willing to make those investments. We've got to commit the time. It's not just money, it's our time as leaders to continue to pour into other people. And that's a big part of being able to take this industry to the next level.
I've got just 2 more questions for you, and one of them I really want to know, because you're a complicated person who never sits still.
I'm not complicated, but I don't sit still.
I'm not. Nobody in this room buys the simple Iowa farm boy. What's next for you? Travel, naps, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, a little freedom, you know, more time with the grandkids. We'll travel some, but, you know, I want to pour into the SDS peer groups. A lot of people are going to be transitioning, and you know, that's a new uncharted territory for most people. So it's really important that we help prepare them to have, you know, a happy, joyful time post-transaction, not wander in the wilderness wondering what they're going to do with their time.
I'm trying to hold my stuff together now, so.
Don't start me.
As you pass the torch, what's the message you want to leave to your team, your peers, the community that you've built? What is your message?
Well, to the team, it's just thank you and keep doing what you're doing. We have an amazing team of people that wake up every morning looking for ways to serve and build this community. For everybody that's part of it, continue to be go-givers. And probably the thing that we all need to focus on that topic is people can't give if you're not willing to receive. And I still, as I go into rooms, see people that aren't necessarily willing to receive what their group is giving them. If we don't receive, people can't give. And so we need to live out the life cycle of being a go-giver on both sides and really make that a part of it. As long as we stay focused on each other, this community will continue to grow and thrive. When we, get focused on ourselves and what we want to accomplish, things will begin to fall apart.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Arlen Sorensen.
Whoa. Hi, everybody. My name's Brent Whitfield, and I'm the Vice President of Mergers and Acquisitions at New Charter Technologies. Arlen Sorensen. So for the last 25 years, you have taken a personal interest, and you said it a little bit in the Q&A, in helping us get ready for successful exits. And it's probably why over half of the operating companies in New Charter, and we're up to about 31 right now, came from the Evolve and HTG ecosystem. For that, we're grateful. I think that it's also why about 42 of our young presidents and founders are now in the Evolve system and doing the Evolve process today. It is for you in your unwavering encouragement and belief and vision in us that we are here to award you the New Charter Technologies Founders Award. You, Arlen, are an honorary recipient of an award that we normally give out once a year to a New Charter employee who best supports our mission of creating an MSP platform that the industry hasn't yet seen. One where founders are supported and nurtured, and where succession plans are given the time they need to be successful. Arlen, your unmatched and extraordinary leadership and guidance during the last 25 years has left a lifetime of impact on us all. And to present your award and to say a few words about the impact that you've had with each and every one of us, I'm going to introduce one of the OG founders of New Charter Technologies, Scott Young. A lot of people don't know this about Scott, but he was the first to sign an equity partnership agreement with New Charter. And had he not done that, it's likely that a few of us might not have followed. And so there's that. But Scott has some other firsts. So Scott was also first in New Charter to design a succession path, whereby Zach Lay, who's here today and participating in Evolve, has become president of PenComp, a New Charter Technologies company based in Houston, Texas. And Scott is also the first to design an exit plan out of New Charter, whereby he's retiring this year, and he's retiring to Evolve number 320? Is that right? 319. And he's gonna be the facilitator for Evolve 319. So with that, let's give a good round of applause for Scott Young.
Well, it's very humbling to even be standing here with you again. You may not know this, you may not remember it, but a lot of my family is all farmers out in Roscoe, Texas. And a lot of you guys don't know farming's pretty cyclical. There's periods where there's nothing to do. And clearly that's where you got into some trouble, from what I've heard. But a lot of y'all don't know this either. So Arlen, in one of those down cycles, bought a computer, like was teaching himself, like, how do we use this? How do I find some value in it? And then started selling computers to other farmers, and then started having classes, right? His big heart that we see here, it started way back then with farmers helping each other. And often they meet at a coffee shop somewhere, and how much seed are you planting, and how deep are you going? And, just a lot of different ideas that they have about how to maximize their crops. Well, Arlen, started all that with farmers, and I'm sure at some point just said, man, why can't we do this in IT? We're not all competitive with each other, but I would not be on this stage, man, without you. Suzette and I, we cashed in and liquidated everything we had. We bought a small IT firm in Houston. About 10 days in, a huge hurricane came through there. Stock market crash of 2008. We had a 1-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 7-year-old, 2 of which we found out had some special needs, like everything was crashing. And it was certainly not in the brochure when we bought a company. And I was walking around the house saying, y'all can call me Mr. President. That was a lot of fun, but it didn't last very long. And I met you at a booth at IT Nation. That was a part of the deal when I bought the company, was the former owner. He kind of kept everything running. I went to IT Nation for the first time. I could walk you to the place, in the room, in the booth, when you handed me a Go Giver book and said, there's a lot that you don't know, what you don't know, Mr. Recovering CPA. This is IT, it's totally different. And then I heard you at an Ingram Micro event, and you were just talking about change and these big circles of how it was changing so quickly, and the circles were getting smaller. Holy cow, that was 16 years ago.
Now it's going like this.
It's going incredibly fast now, but I'm so glad that I jumped in 16 years ago. I would not be the man I am, the husband I am, the dad I am, the boss that I was without you and your focus and your leadership. When I was thinking, Brent, about the new charter thing, Arlen was one of 2 phone calls that I made. And he said in his best Yoda voice, just kidding, he said in his best voice, get a piece of paper and do this. And at the time, I didn't know how in the world that was going to help me, but I closed my door, I turned everything off, and I did what you told me to do, and I'm so glad I did. And I'm so glad that I jumped in with all you guys for the new charter. I think it was, 10 of the first 20 were all a part of Evolve, and a lot of us were out of the same group. You guys have changed my life, and it's been great to continue walking with you guys as we walk through everything that you've taught us in Evolve. We've brought most of that into New Charter. So we've never given this award out externally, probably never will again. But you've made such a massive impact in our lives. And I really was hoping Scott Scroggin was going to come up and sing "You're the Wind Beneath My Wings." He declined politely. But we so appreciate you and everything you've done for all of us that are on this stage. And just changing our lives. We would not be the men that we are, and our kids are different because of the ways that we've lived our lives. Because of you, you showed us what it was like. I mean, you've got your son and your daughter and your wife. You showed us how to live legacy. You didn't just tell us to do it. You didn't just hand us 4 plans and say we're going to make you do it. You showed us with how you've chosen to live your life. You have been an amazing, faithful, and a great servant, and you are a godly man, and we all admire you and respect you, and we are all indebted to you in a debt that we could never, ever repay, other than our kids and our legacies of generations are impacted because of you and how you've chosen to wake up every day and to live your life. So thank you for the team's calls. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. And it's with that we want to give you the New Charter Founders Award.
Well, thank you. And certainly this is enough about me. Let's talk about the people that really make this happen. When I look, When I look back over 25 years, it's the people that have been part of the team that have made this a reality. Contrary to what Chris said, I am a simple Iowa farm boy. I'm not that smart. I didn't even have a napkin with a plan on it. So it's been the people that have come alongside that have really made this possible. And we want to honor 4 of them today that really have been foundational. We'll start with Connie. Connie came to work for me back in 1995. She was like 12 years old. But she joined SCCI as a field technician who became a service manager and then took over the company and ran it much better than I did for a number of years. She was gone for a little bit when we sold the IT business. She went with it and led Oxentech for a while. And then she came back to HTG. So she's been a critical part of handling membership and facilitators, and she is in the office 6 a.m. almost every day, and she's still there at 5 p.m. every night. I don't know of any person that's as dedicated to this mission as Connie, so. All right, next up we have Mr. Scott Scroggin. Scott came to work for us back in 2007. He took over the Muskogee office for SCCI and did that for us for a little bit before he became president of HTG. I'm not a detail guy. I can't even spell detail. And we were pretty much running by the seat of our pants. We didn't have a plan. We didn't know what we were doing. Scott came in, brought process, put structure in place, actually helped us move from being a nonprofit that was losing money to at least something that was breaking even. And Scott has been a pivotal part of what we've built. So Scott, thank you. And really grateful for all you've done to help make this a sustainable organization, because we weren't on that path when you joined us. Next we have Brad Scow, the Duluth man. Brad was in HTG3, and I knew early when he was part of that group that I wanted him on the team. The longest hiring process in my career. I chased him for 6 years before he finally said yes. And he got to move to Iowa, which is a much milder climate than Duluth. But Brad really brought a lot of skill to us. He helped us get SCCI HTS ready to sell before he became part of the HTG team. But he moved his wife, Robin, and he to Harlan, Iowa. So appreciate that, Bradley. You have been a huge impact in this organization, and we couldn't have done it without you. And then there was Andre. So Andre came to SCCI HTS and helped us with running that company for a few years. He went along with when we sold the company. He was part of the transition with Connie that went with it, and then came back. So it's been a joy to have him part of the team, even if he is a Huskers fan. Actually, there's a lot to talk about with the Huskers. It's not all good either. But Andre has really stepped up and taken a leadership role in driving Evolve, and been an integral part of making this thing work. So, Andre, thank you so much. There's a whole bunch of other people in this room that we could spend the next hour talking about, but it's been the people that have made this work, and I'm grateful for everybody that's been a part of the team that's made this happen. So, Peter, thank you for your support, and I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Well, before we move on, I want to echo what Arlen said. It was great recognizing everybody we've been able to recognize last night and today for their contributions to Evolve. But before we move on, I want to give a round of applause to the rest of our team. That we have a small team. You wouldn't know it based on the number of events we do. I think we do 47 Evolve events worldwide every year now. And the team that makes this happen, many of whom are here today, they work incredibly hard on your behalf. It's such a blessing for me every day to show up to work. I've never worked with a more mission-focused group of individuals who are here for one reason, and that's to make all of you better, make all of your lives better, make all of your businesses better and more successful. So before we move on, a round of applause for the rest of our team.